Hello guys, welcome to a new video. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be setting up the network segregation so we can only have the Flare VM and the RepNox talking to each other. We don't have Flare VM to be talking to the outside or to my physical machine, and we don't have RepNox doing that either. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating a network where both of these machines are able to talk to each other but are not able to get anywhere else but to be able to talk to each other, and that's it. That's all I need. So let's go ahead and do that. What you want to do is you want to go you can go to Files, Tools, and Network Manager. In Network Manager, you can see that we don't have any networks in here, as you can see. So we are going to be creating a new network that is going to be called vbox.net. That is fine. We are going to right click on it and go to properties. So in here in properties, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be changing this IPv4, and also we want to make sure that the DHCP is enabled. I think you can just do it from here. That's fine. But on the adapter, what we want to do is we want to configure an IP address that doesn't that is basically different to what I have on my local network. My local network is 192.168.0.1.0.0/24, and also at 192.168.1.0. Yes, I have two networks here locally. So I want it to be very differently to what I have. And for this, what I'm going to be doing is just changing this network. So I want to have a 10.10.10.0/24 address. IPv6, I'm not configuring any IPv6. So 10.10.10.0/24, which is a network mask of 255.255.255.0. Okay. After that, I want to go to the DHCP server, and we also want to change this, right? Because we want it to match. So the server address 10.10.10.1, that is going to be the IP address of the DHCP server, 10.10.10.1/24. That is fine. Now the lower address bound, I want it to be a 10.10.10.2. That is where it's going to start basically for the DHCP scope. So whenever a machine asks for an IP address, the first one that's going to be available is going to be the .2, right? And then the highest one is going to be 10.10.10.254. So it's going to be able to give IP addresses between 10.10.10.2 and 10.10.10.254. All right, so that is looking good. Let's go ahead and apply this. Access denied. Okay, so if you get an access denied in here, if you're running a Linux machine, it's because you are probably going to have to start this as a root. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Or if you're on a Windows machine, it's probably going to ask you for the admin password. For me, I'm going to have to open it as a sudo virtualbox. There we go. Because it needs to create a virtual interface, and that is going to, why is it doing that? Oh, this is my old. Okay. Interesting. One second. Let me see, VirtualBox. Something going on. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so that was it is a bug in this version of VirtualBox, but I was able to fix it. So I was able to figure it out. So like I said, we're going to do that IP over here, DHCP. We got to change it back because we got an access denied. Let's go ahead and say 2. That's where we're going to start. 10.10.10.3 is the lower bound. 10.10.10.254 is going to be the upper bound, right? Let's go ahead and apply it, and hopefully we don't get an error. And there we go. We are good to go. Okay, so I was able to do that successfully. So that is great. Now the next thing that we need to do is that we need to go into the properties or settings. Let's go to settings of the Flare VM, the Windows machine. Let's go ahead and go to settings. We are going to go to network, and here this is something that you don't want to have, right? And you also want to check the auto adapter. So let's go ahead and do that. making sure that all the other adapters are disabled, and they are indeed are. So if you see that it is natting, you don't want to do that, because when it's natting, means that it's going to be able to talk to your physical host and everything inside your local area network at home. You don't want to do that. You don't want that whenever you are doing with malware analysis, right? So let's go ahead and change this, and we're going to do a host only adapter, and we're going to select the host only adapter network that we created, right? And host only adapter means that it is only going to be able to talk to whatever else is on that network, right? It cannot go out anywhere else but to that host only, right? To the only to the devices are on this network. So that's what we want. Let's check that we have everything else disabled. So that is great. Let's go ahead and press OK. And now we need to do that for RemNox as well. Let's go ahead and go to properties, not properties, settings. We go to network. We're going to make sure that adapter 2, 3, and 4 are off. And we don't want NAT, like I said before. We want to go ahead and go to host only adapter and VBoxNet.0. That's the one we want. Awesome. So that is great. So now what we want to do is we want to start both of them so we can make sure that we check the network settings for those two machines, right? For RemNox, which is a Linux machine, and for that Windows machine. All right, Windows looking good over here. Let's go ahead and log in. Password is my password. And for RemNox, make this a little bit smaller. Can you take it? Oh, it's going crazy. Let's see. That should be good. Windows machine. There we go. So when we are here, the first thing that you would like to do is to check the IP address. So for RemNox, for a Linux machine, you can do IPA. So IPA, you can see that we have a 10.10.10.4 IP address, so that's great. And we don't have any NAT, anything else in here, so that's great. Now for the Windows machine, if you know Windows, you want to go to CMD, the command line, or commander, that's fine. And you want to, whenever it loads, oh, there we go, it's loaded. You can do an ipconfig /o. And in here we can see that we have a 10.10.10.2. Oh, this is a DHCP server, sorry. We have a 10.10.3 network. So one of the things that you can do here to make sure you don't have access to the internet, you want to go ahead and ping, let's say ping google.com, making sure that it doesn't work. So yep, it doesn't work. You cannot ping google.com. Let's go ahead and ping 8.8.8.8. Maybe the DNS, we don't have any DNS. And you can see that we are not able to ping 8.8.8. So we're not able to go outside. If you want to ping 1.1.1.1 also, nope, you cannot do that. Let's go ahead and go to the RemNox machine. Ping, do the same test, google.com. Can I do google.com? Can I do 8.8.8.8? I cannot ping 8.8.8 either because it's not able to go outside. So they are inside basically this logical network, this virtual network, and they cannot get outside of that. So that's what we need whenever we are going to be dealing with malware. We don't want it to go into our physical machine and into our local area network and infect everything inside my local area network. We don't want to do that. All right. But one thing that we need to have working is that we should be able to ping Windows. We should be able to ping each other. So the IP address, if I remember, for the Windows machine was a .3, so 10.10.10.3 is for the Windows machine. So from RemNox, I should be able to ping 10.10.10.3, and we are not able to ping 10.10.10.3. That's probably because of Defender's blocking it. But from, let me see, make this bigger. Oh man, Commander, let's go ahead and clear this out so we can go to the tab. So if we ping 10.10.10.4, I should be able to ping, I should be able to ping remnox, as you can see over here. So we have communication between each other. The thing is that Windows is actually blocking ICMP, so we need to allow that on the Windows firewall. And let's see, can we go to firewall or Windows Defender? That's all we want to be on. Yep, and firewall is on. Let's actually allow an app through the firewall. Well, let's go ahead and see. We can open Defender. Nope, that is not it. I think I remember. It's Windows Defender with Advanced Security. That's the one I want. There we go. So we want to create an inbound rule. You can create a new rule. Over here, we just want to add a ports. Next. Not all the local ports. What is the ICMP ports? Well, I mean, I forgot what ICMP. There's no ports in here. So the way, let me see how we want to do that. We want to do it. Let me see, go back, ports. We can do, let's do a custom rule. All programs now. So we want to create a new rule, a new inbound rule, and ports. I'm just going to allow local ports. That is fine. Next, allow the connection. Next, for all of them, that's fine. And let's go ahead and start a ping over here to see if it starts pinging, and allow all. I just want to allow all, that's fine. Finish. And it's still not able to ping. Allow all. Properties. Allow connection. General. Protocols. There we go. Protocols. ICMP. Apply it. There we go. So now ICMP is working. So that is great. Now we can we just edit the name real quick and allow ICMP. There we go. And click OK. So there we go. So now we are able to ping the Windows the Windows Flare machine. So that is great. We are able to ping each other, but we're not able to ping outside, which is what we wanted to do for this video. So this is it for this video, guys. And like I said before, you don't want either of these machines whenever you are playing with malware. You do not want any of these machines to be able to connect to an outside machine or a physical machine. You want it to be segregated. And if you need to download something, the first thing that you want to do is you want to shut down the machines, right? And after you shut down the machines, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and basically restore that to the main flare, right? To that snapshot that we took. So after you do that, then you can go ahead and allow that machine to connect if you need it to connect, right? So always revert back to the main flare VM so you can restore everything to the default, and this is the snapshot that we took before we executed any malware. So this is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video on how to segregate or how to create a segregated network for us to work and execute network or to execute malware analysis. So this is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.